All right, welcome back to another edition of More Drum Gab. Today I thought I'd do a video based on my newest acquisition. I bought a Yamaha Stage Custom Birch Bop kit. It's a small jazz type kit, and I bought it for a couple reasons. I thought I'd do a review about that as to why I bought it, what I think of it. I've had it for a couple months now. I had originally put a video, unboxing video up about it, but like I said in my other video that it was too long and drawn out, so I thought I'd maybe make it a little more concise in this video. But I was finding that when I was looking for this kit, there wasn't a lot of in-depth videos about it. There was a couple guys that had bought some, and they played a little bit on it, but didn't really describe anything about it that much. There was an unboxing video, but the quality was kind of eh. So I figured I'll give it a shot and see what I could do. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to review it, maybe talk a little bit about drum heads, the sticks that I use, why I choose them, and a little bit about the cymbals. So without further ado, let's get right to it. I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. So this is my Yamaha Stage Custom Birch Bop kit is what they call it, and it is in honey amber is the color, and I kind of like the wood tones of drums. I like to kind of keep it with more wood colors, although I did seriously consider getting black, but I saw this and I just kind of fell in love with it. It's got a very golden honey look to it, and so I decided to go with this one. And it wasn't a color that I saw very often, actually. It comes in piano black. It comes in a white finish. It comes in a cranberry red. It comes in a natural, like just a kind of a natural finish, kind of like the hoops here. Kind of looks like that color. And then it comes in this color as well. And I hadn't seen this one as much in some of the videos. So, yeah. Just a little bit about it. Let's talk about shells really quick, give you some sizes. So it comes with just the 3 drums. It comes with the upper rack tom here. It comes with the floor tom there. And it comes with the kick drum. So the sizes are, the rack tom is a 12 by 8. So it's 12 diameter by 8-inch depth. The floor tom is a 14 by 13, actually, depth. And then the kick drum is 18 diameter by 15 deep. And so the reason I got a set like this was I had been kicking it around for years. I wanted something that was easier to tear down and set up. Not only easier, but it took less time to set it up. I just set this back up, and it took me, I kid you not, less than probably 7 or 8 minutes to get it all put back together. So for me, that's worth it. Also, it's much lighter. The birch shells, which these are based off of the Recording Custom birch shells. So the quality is there for sure, but also they're lighter than my oak kit here, which I did a video about not long ago. So oak, obviously a much harder wood, has a different resonance to it. Great sound, but birch has its own sound. It's quite a bit different. So that's this kit. I'll kind of give you a close-up so you can see the finish. I mean, it is just beautiful. Yamaha, once again, I've said before, I'm not sponsored by Yamaha. I wish I was, but I do recommend their products quite a bit. They're just quality. They just don't skimp on anything, and so the build quality is awesome. Everything, there were absolutely no blemishes to anything. All I did was when I got this kick drum, the wood hoop here comes unfinished, and I didn't really like that. So I put some hand rubbed oil on all the way around on the front and back hoop. Put some teak oil on both the front and back hoop, just to kind of seal it all in, keeps it from, if anything gets spilled on it or whatever, sweat it on, whatever happens to our musical instruments when we're playing, the oil resists anything getting, absorbed into the wood. So that's all I've done. And then of course I did change the heads. I put on the Evans heads, which I always recommend. A lot of guys are Remo guys. I am not. I've never been a big fan of Remo. I know I'm going to get some comments in the comments about that, but just it's not my thing. I think they're kind of got a generic sound to them. I think they're really hard to tune, and Evans heads have been really good. They're just, I think they're a lot warmer, at least the ones I choose, and they're certainly a lot more durable. For instance, if you look at I've had these heads on my oak kit for quite some time, and they're just now starting to kind of get worn, but I've had these on for a couple years. And no divots. They definitely have scuff prints from the sticks. But as far as, they don't divot, they don't dent, and they don't stretch and leave little stretch lines or anything. So that's why I stick with Evans. And so I bought new Evans coated. I use the G1 and G12 on the toms. And then I use I've talked about before, the coated power center reverse dot on the snare. So anyway, what this kit comes with, like I said, is the 3 drums, and it also comes with the tom holder, which is also on the YES system, the YESS system, the Yamaha Enhanced Sustain System, which, as you can see, there's a space between the drum and the mount so that the drum can resonate freely and ring without any issues. So, yeah, just a really nice kit. I'll kind of zoom in on the badges. You can kind of see. Here is the Stage Custom all birch shell. These are handmade, which is really nice. There is the kick drum, and I'll get a look at sorry about my room. I just kind of been doing other things. And then here's the floor tom. So the only thing I've done as far as tuning them is I use a drum dial, which maybe I'll make another video about as to how I change and tune drums, but that's a video all in itself. The only thing I've done on this particular kit is here at the floor tom, I've used a piece of moon gel, which deadens the sound a little bit, doesn't let it ring as long. I like a more retro sound to my drums, a little bit more thuddy, if you will, kind of the old, I don't know, 70s classic rock type sound. And I'll tap on these a little bit here in a second, so you can kind of hear them. I know it doesn't really come through as well on a phone microphone, but anyway, so yeah, one of the reasons I bought this smaller kit was, like I mentioned, it's lighter weight, but also it fits in a very, very small area. And I don't know if you have been forced to play on somebody's back deck or in a small rec room or even on a tiny little, stage in a coffee house or a jazz club, whatever the case may be, this kit will fit in those smaller areas, which is one of the reasons, again, that I bought it. And you certainly don't sacrifice sound and presence by going with a smaller kick drum. It definitely has a different tone, but you can certainly get a lot of volume out of it if you really want to. So the only thing I did with the kick drum is I am using the factory heads that came with it, the factory Remo heads, only because the front one has the logo on it, which I really like. But also, I figure I'll wear out the Remo head that came with the batter side, the kick side, and then I'll replace it. But I did put an Evans muffling pillow inside You can get them on Amazon. They're like $10. It's just a little black kind of oblong pillow that you can Velcro to the inside of your bass drum, and you can Velcro it up tight to the kick side of your bass drum, and it gives a nice warm thump to it. It kind of kills any weird overtones, and you get just straight punchy kick drum, which I love. So I'll kick that a little bit so you can hear it. But that was a really good find and good purchase. I normally use a muffle ring on my kick drums, and I'll see if I can get over to my other bass drum and take a shot of that so you can see it. I didn't think I'd be doing that in this video, but you might want to check it out. So if you look down here at my kick drum, it has a ring inside that goes around the inside of my bass drum, and it has a foam ring that sits inside this plastic envelope basically and keeps it resting up against the bass drum head. And so what that does is it knocks out any weird overtones once again and just gives you nice thuddy or thumpy bass without a lot of weird vibration type sounds or any weird kind of overtones. So but in this one I wanted to try this little pillow that Evans makes. I think it's called an EQ pad or something like that, or a bass pad. I don't have the packaging anymore, but if you look it up on Amazon and put in Evans bass drum muffle, it'll pull it up, and you'll be able to see it. That's where I bought it, on Amazon. So anyway, this is the kit, and so I've put up a few cymbals that I use. They're smaller sizes. Let's go over that really quick. So for my first crash, I'm using an A Custom 14-inch crash, just a standard medium crash. It's got a great sound to it. It's really clean. And then for my other crash, I'm using a standard A Custom, just A series, or I'm sorry, not A Custom, a regular A series 16-inch crash. And I believe this is a medium thin, yes, medium thin 16-inch. Kind of a industry standard crash cymbal. You can use it for anything. So it works for if you're going to play jazz or something, and you don't want a super loud crash, but you need something that's got a little depth to it. And then, of course, my ride cymbal that I'm using here. This is a K Custom organic. It's a 21-inch ride, and it's really kind of a ride that one of those whims that I just happened to be in a drum shop here in my area, and they had a couple of these. And I'm like, what's this all about? And as you can see, it's got an unfinished top side, and it's hand hammered. But the bottom side, let's go underneath, it's finished. It's brilliant. You can see that. Hopefully that's coming through. So I was like, wow, I wonder what the deal is with this. So it's got a really nice sound to it. I'll grab a stick and you can kind of hear it. It's got a really nice pronounced bell. It's a little bit drier than my standard K Custom medium ride, but it's perfect for different types of music. If you're doing jazz and blues, or in a smaller club, it doesn't necessarily have the volume, although you can get it if you need to. But it's hopefully I'm sure that's probably annoying on a camera phone, but anyway, that's the ride I use. It's, like I said, it's a little drier. It's not maybe as pingy. It's got a little more wash to it out in the outer part of it. But a really nice ride. And again, that's a K Custom 21-inch organic ride. Really, really beautiful ride. Sounds great. And can be used in lower volume settings, which you might be using a smaller kit like this for. So then also my hi-hat that I chose, or I'm choosing for this particular set, is my K Custom Z bottom. So it's a K Custom top with a Z Dyno Beat bottom, 13-inch. and it's just the standard K top and Z bottom. I'll go underneath so you can see the bottom. Hopefully I'm getting the. You can see it. It's a Z, and it's brilliant finish, which I'm not sure that they make these anymore. They might be able to find one used, but I don't know. I think they still make them, but this was one of my first hi-hats. I just really loved it. I loved that 13-inch sound. At the time, Dave Weckl, I've mentioned him before, one of my favorite drummers, was using a 13-inch KZ, and I always liked the hi-hat sound he was getting. So, yeah, so that's that. Let me see if I can get over here and let you hear a little bit of this. I'm going to pause just for a second and get situated. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm not going to do some sort of big, huge drum solo because I generally think that's annoying because a lot of guys don't play the same. But I'll do a little groove that you can kind of hear a little bit of everything on this kit, and just see what you think of it. I love the sound of it. It's like I say, the birch shells have a much different sound than the oak shell that I use. So, and I've paired this with my 13-inch Yamaha oak Musashi snare, and it seems to work really well. Once again, it's got a smaller size, but it still packs a nice punch. So I'll play a little bit here with this. Drop your stick. So that's that. Just a little that'll go in the blooper reel. So anyway, so I'll play these individually so you can get maybe a better sound of them. Oh, and just for all you veterans out there, don't act like you've never dropped a stick. We all do it. So anyway, so this is the rack tom. It's a 12x8. I've got it tightened down a little bit. I don't like it to ring as long, so, but it's got some great resonance. And then the floor tom, which is the 14x13. And then the kick drum. Got some good pop to it, good punch, good low end. That's that. So hopefully that gives you a little idea. I'm sorry about the volume. I know the volume goes up and down when you're playing something loud. Your phone tries to compensate. But anyway, so that's the Birch Bop kit, and hopefully this gave you a little idea of what you get, and maybe a little bit more in depth. It seems so far to be a really good kit for the money. Now this kit is under $600, and I actually purchased it from Reverb. It was a Reverb find, and I actually was really happy because even though I had to get it shipped, I think it came from Texas. Oh, that's right. It's a really good shop. In fact, I would recommend them. The shop was called Drum Fusion, and it's a music store out of Texas. And I would recommend them. Very, very helpful, very kind, super quick on any questions that I had, and the shipping was, really quick. So anyway, hopefully this video helped, and I'll turn you back. A couple more shots of it from the back side, which I did not get. So there is. Let's see if I can see in there. You can't really tell. You can kind of see it. It's like the half moon shaped black pillow that's in there for the kick drum, and it's got the head that comes with it does have an envelope for putting muffling in around the bass drum, so you could do that as well. But here again, there it is from the driver's seat, so to speak, and hopefully this has been informative for you, and you can decide on whether or not you'd like to check one of these kits out. But yeah, I appreciate you checking out my video, and hopefully there's something informative that can help you out. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comments section. I've had some comments on other videos. I love conversing with other drum guys, and that's what really this channel is. It's just a kind of a place for us drum nerds to kind of go and talk about drums or music from a drummer's perspective. So anyway, hopefully this helped, and I appreciate you checking it out, and feel free to subscribe or leave a thumbs up. All right, we'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.